We saw Angel Reese play. We saw Hull play. We saw Enrique. We saw Aliyah Boston. We saw Chelsea Gray.
Aliyah Boston dominated as she led her team to a decisive victory over Angel Reese in their highly anticipated showdown. But the real surprise came when Boston took a moment to defend Caitlin Clark, showing that competition doesn't erase respect. The game had it all: intensity, drama, and a statement.
Just being physical with her. Coach in Scout, Coach just talked about how she's relentless on the boards, and we knew that, and so just putting a body on her, making sure that even if we don't get it, as long as she doesn't get it, it's okay. Just because she just crashed the board so well and is just so focused on that.
Aliyah Boston, representing Vinyl Basketball Club, went head-to-head with Angel Reese, the standout star of Rose, in their first fiery 3-on-3 matchup. The tension was palpable, the crowd buzzing, and the game delivered on all fronts. But the real spark? Boston's bold move, placing a hand on Reese's face in the heat of battle. This wasn't just a contest of skill, it was a battle of legacies, with personal rivalries and long-standing comparisons fueling every moment.
Aliyah be able to step out, play away from the basket, garden, do some guarding in space. And I made a tweet, she's going to get even more comfortable doing that. She's going to deepen her bag. We saw All-Star Weekend, bro. Bringing the ball up the court, setting the table so that Cece could get the ball and then get it back to her. And that incredible play does not happen if Aliyah's not comfortable bringing the ball down and operating in space.
Next Voice Boston dominated early with her strength in the post, while Reese responded with sharp jumpers and aggressive drives. Both delivered highlight plays, Reese sinking tough shots, Boston firing up the crowd with a big block. Then came the defining moment. With tensions high, Boston and Reese clashed in the paint. As Reese tried to break free, Boston held her ground and placed a hand on her face, a bold move that set social media on fire. Fans debated whether it was confidence or a step too far. One thing was clear: this game was about more than just basketball.
Boston, her numbers from last year drastically dropped. I think she's averaging 13 and 8, but she's still in the National Player of the Year conversations.
And Aliyah Boston seems like the perfect type of superstar for your college team. Like you were saying before, a player who has the capability to put up 30 and 10, but she can also have really impactful games, scoring 10 and 5, and she's cool with it as long as the W comes out of it.
The rivalry between Aliyah Boston and Angel Reese hit its peak in their heated 3-on-3 matchup. From the start, Boston's aggressive defense locked Reese down, matching her every move. It wasn't just about blocking shots. It was personal. Reese struggled to break free, facing relentless pressure as Boston shut down her drives and denied her space. Every possession was a battle, with Boston's physicality setting the tone. Vinyl Basketball Club's 79-73 win wasn't just a victory. It was a statement. Boston's fiery competitiveness echoed Caitlin Clark's, highlighting the difference between being good and being truly great.
First of all, watching all of these women with people that aren't on their regular WNBA season teams, just have a little bit of grit, a little bit of just, pushing, shoving, a gamesmanship, but also completely 100% vibing with their teams is the most magical thing. I am obsessed with that aspect of it alone. And I don't know who else caught it, but that little Jewel Lloyd, Skylar Diggins-Smith moment where you could tell that there was definitely some feeling behind that.
Boston's connection to Caitlin Clark, though unspoken, was felt throughout the game. Their mutual respect is well known, and Boston's performance reflected Clark's relentless competitive spirit. As the game progressed, Boston's leadership stood out. Reese fought hard, showing flashes of her star power, but Boston's suffocating defense and physicality proved too much. While Reese had solid moments, they were overshadowed by Boston's sheer dominance, leaving no doubt about who controlled the game.
And also run off a few three-point shots as well. It'd be great to see how Rose decides to use her.
Reese can stretch the floor. She's dialed in.
The final score, 79-73, reflected Vinyl's strong team effort, but Boston was undeniably the heart of the victory. She delivered a masterclass in control, composure, and competitive fire, silencing doubters and proving why she's one of the game's top talents. This wasn't just a win for Vinyl Basketball Club, it was a statement. Boston showed the difference between hype and true greatness. She proved that dominance isn't just about reputation, it's about consistency, resilience, and stepping up when it matters. a standard she, much like Caitlin Clark, embodies every time she takes the court. One of the most intriguing moments was Lexi Hull sharing the floor with Angel Reese, an unexpected but compelling matchup. Hull, known for her sharpshooting and scrappy play, brought a calm, calculated presence, while Reese's fiery energy added to the intensity. Adding to the drama was Hull's face-off against her Indiana Fever teammate, Aliyah Boston. While they've battled in practice, seeing them compete in a high-stakes 3-on-3 setting was a fresh look at their dynamic. Boston's imposing defense challenged Hull at every turn, but Hull responded with smart plays and sharp shooting. It was a fascinating battle between two players who know each other's games inside out, but weren't afraid to push boundaries.
When this game was looking like it was getting a little bit out of hand, when it was looking like, they were going to be down and out, where they would have no chance really, Lexi Hull came out and she hit a huge three when they were down by double digits. Then went and got a huge stop at the basket on Jordan Canada. Then came and got a great assist. But Ryan Howard had 27 points, like 3 minutes into the third quarter. And with that, Lexi Hull went and guarded Ryan Howard and did a good job. So I thought Lexi Hull did a good job.
Aliyah Boston, representing Vinyl Basketball Club, went head-to-head with Angel Reese, the standout star of Rose, in their first fiery 3-on-3 matchup. The tension was palpable, the crowd buzzing, and the game delivered on all fronts. But the real spark? Boston's bold move, placing a hand on Reese's face in the heat of battle. This wasn't just a contest of skill, it was a battle of legacies, with personal rivalries and long-standing comparisons fueling every moment.
When this game was looking like it was getting a little bit out of hand, when it was looking like, they were going to be down and out, where they would have no chance really, Lexi Hull came out and she hit a huge three when they were down by double digits. Then went and got a huge stop at the basket on Jordan Canada. Then came and got a great assist. But Ryan Howard had 27 points, like 3 minutes into the third quarter. And with that, Lexi Hull went and guarded Ryan.
Caitlin Clark set that WNBA record with a 19-assist game, the most assists in WNBA history in a single game. She has now reached 400 points and 200 assists in 26 games. That is the fastest that someone has ever reached those numbers in the WNBA. Sue Bird did it in 33. Caitlin Clark just did it in 26. It is insane when you think about the fact that Caitlin Clark was playing college basketball 3 months ago, and she was already setting these kind of records and has more 20-point games than all of the other rookies combined. The question was, how long would it take for Caitlin Clark to have a dramatic impact in this league?
And we've talked viewership. Now let's talk about regular season viewership, not draft viewership. Regular season viewership, it grew by 20% in 2023. It's grown by 180% now, which means it would take another 5 or 6 years to do what Caitlin Clark has done. So between draft day viewership, which is up 400% to 40%, between ticket sales, which is up 93% to 16%, between regular game viewership, which is up 180% to 20%, what Caitlin Clark has done is grown the WNBA exponentially.